Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, your girl Babs, and I am telling you about my 1 year lock journey using lock extensions. So last year I got my locks done on June 25th, right? After Father's Day or whatever, and I fell in love with them instantly, and I was so happy that I got them, but my happiness kind of turned into like, mm, a little bit of disappointment after like a week of having them. But before we dive into that, let me just tell you what even made me get locks. So, a year or two before I even got my hair done in locks, I had been looking at lock styles for the longest. I want to say my sister had got her hair in sister locks, and I loved her hair. And then I remember just looking at lock videos, hairstyles, different things on Instagram leading up to me deciding like, hey, okay, definitely I want to lock my hair. I always thought I looked pretty when I did lock styles on my hair. So I was like, why don't you just do it? You want something that you don't have to deal with all the time, but it's still your hair. So I was like, locks is definitely that. It's a protective style with your loose hair. So let's do it. So the whole year leading up to me getting my lock extensions, I cut my hair off, completely off, and I would dye it different colors because I knew once I got my locks, I knew it wasn't safe to continuously keep dyeing your hair like that, of course. So because I kept a low cut, I would just cut the hair, re-dye it, do it another color, and I was fine. So probably like a few months before then, want to say it was after the bleach blonde. I let that bleach blonde go and I completely did my natural hair and grew it out. And I remember waiting for my hair to grow enough for somebody to get the locks in. And that was leading up to me getting those lock extensions. It's just basically growing out my natural hair long enough for somebody to grip to put lock extensions on there. So while I was going through that waiting stage of waiting on my hair to grow out, I started the journey of looking for the lock extensions. I wanted like a Lisa Bonet look. I wanted the gypsy locks with some of the loose hair. I thought those was really, really pretty. So once I got those price tag, which was gonna be like $1,000 just for like the hair itself to have like enough hair to do it, I started looking for a stylist who can install these locks. First of all, finding anything that has to do with locks is hard because it's so many different booking ways to book for a lock to be done. It's ridiculous. I needed like the Wikipedia for dummies, locks for dummy book. You remember those books? Like I needed one of them just to know how to book an appointment. So once finding a few people, seeing that it was gonna be like $1,000 to do them, it was like another girl who was around who was under $1,000. But I'm glad I didn't go with her because I know two people who did end up going with her after I got mine done. And one guy lost all his locks once he washed his hair after his 3 month point. And another girl, she didn't wait her 3 months point, but she was like her locks were sliding out. And the guy, he lost all his hair. Like literally the whole style was completely gone. And he got instant locks. So I was real confused on that part. So I'm glad I didn't go with her. Cause that was like, oh my gosh, when I dealt with my person, I was like, oh my god, maybe I should have went with her. But I found my person. It was somebody I went to school with. She was doing them. She was making the locks and installing them. And she was like, it will cost me $500. Now, me going the cheap route, I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm looking at her videos. They look good, whatever. So I was like, okay, she know what she's doing. I'm going to let her do it. I should have seen the red flags when they were flagging all over the place. First of all, when she got there, you were late. Like I had to keep like calling your phone. Like mind you, this was like the third appointment that I had made with this person, and you seemed like you were flaking on me. So I was like, shit, like what's up? Like, are you coming? Da da da. So like 2 hours after she was supposed to arrive to my house, she finally comes to do the extensions. So we're sitting there talking, and I just feel like another red flag that I should see is when stylists talk about people who hair they have done. So you was telling me about, the care for my hair and making sure like, hey, don't wash your hair before 3 months because your hair gotta lock into the lock extensions. Don't submerge your hair underwater. Like you can't go swimming, none of that. Don't go down the water slide. You can't do none of that. And you can't let your hair just hang loose. She's gonna put in the style. You need to keep the style because the hair needs to lock into the lock extensions. Okay, me not really knowing nothing, me not really doing no real research except for, oh, that's cute. Oh, I like that hair. Oh, I think that would be cute on me. That's all I knew. And all I knew is that I wanted something that was going to be able to be dyed because I knew I was not going to keep my hair black. I don't like black hair. So that's the only thing that I went as far as to find out about lock extensions. You need to do your homework when you get these things. So after she badmouthed everybody that she basically did their lock extensions and their lock extensions were falling out, I'm like taking notes like, okay, yeah, definitely don't wash the hair. Don't get in the pool. Keep my hair in this up style so that my dreads don't fall out. Got it. Good. So we're getting halfway through. My locks are different sizes in different places. So in the back, they are much thinner at the roots. Like some of these locks, as you're going to see, are not even got lock extensions on them anymore because the lock extension was too heavy for the diameter of hair that she put it on. So they kept slipping out. So once she was done with my hair, halfway through my hair, she realized that she's running out of hair at this point. So then you get to the top and like these are thicker, which is fine because this is pretty much what I wanted the diameter of my hair to be. That's the reference picture that I gave for her to know how thick I wanted my locks to be. I did not ask for no little bitty locks, so I'm not sure why she put those little bitty locks in my head. And then gets towards the end, and instead of saying, hey girl, you need to buy another bundle of hair for me to make you some more locks because it's not going to do it, you just pretty much started making really big locks towards the middle, little locks on the side, and semi-medium locks around this area. So we pulled my hair up into basically it was down in like a because the locks were very, very stiff when you first get them in. They're very stiff. How she constructed them, they didn't do a lot of bending. Like you couldn't really do nothing with them. So we did 2 basically barrel plaits or whatever you want to call those things to the back, and we left it like that. So loved it, showed them off, was ready to be able to style my hair how I wanted it, everything, but I knew the 3 months rule. You had to wait the 3 months to get the stuff right. But thing was, I was going on vacation, and so my locks I went on vacation in July. So by the time it was almost time for me to go on vacation, my hair was looking a little wonky. And I had asked her one time to pull it up into an updo style because the locks are itchy and then touching my neck, it was irritating me. So I asked her to come back and put it in a something up, which she said was fine as long as I keep it up. And I was like, okay. So we do that. That style lasted for a little bit because I really did not like that style. She really did not know how to style locks. She just knew how to install them. And you should have just told me that because I could have went somewhere else and got them done. Well, the one girl I knew, she knew how to retwist. This is where booking for lock maintenance was confusing for me. One girl will wash and retwist for $75, but another person will only style for $75. And then you had to add the other service because at this point I couldn't wash my hair anyway, so I went to get my hair just retwisted. While I'm sitting there getting my hair retwisted, I'm glad I knew Shawty because I would have been so embarrassed down to the damn salon. The girl is twisting my hair instead of my locks are coming out as she's retwisting my hair. And I'm like, oh my God. So I was like, okay, I'm going to just call girl back up, have her reinstall my locks. Because what the hell? So the girl, retwisted the locks. She didn't know how to style them. So she just did my retwist, and I was going to somebody else the next day to get them styled up. So the girl who did my hair done went ghost on me. Like, I can't find her on the internet at all. No Facebook. We had communicated through Facebook. She is gone, disappeared off the face of the fucking earth at this point in time. And I still have not seen this girl to this day. So I go to the girl who was going to style my hair, and fortunately enough for me, she did know how to put in lock of stitches, and she was putting them back in, and she was like, you just come back to me after you go on vacation, and we'll get it, back situated. She didn't seem to find nothing wrong with the fact that my hair was dirty or anything like that. She's like, oh yeah, when you first get locks, you can't wash your hair like that, so we're used to dirty hair. But to me, I was like, I'm disgusted. Go on vacation, I'm having fun. It's hot. I'm in Florida, sweating down. My hair is disgusting. Like, how you scratch your head and you get the stuff underneath your nails? That type of disgusting. So I'm saying, I don't like this. My hair is itchy. I went on this boat ride, got seawater all in my hair. So when I was supposed to go back to see the girl, I did not call her back to go see her because I was like, I just don't feel comfortable with my hair being yucky like this, and this girl gonna work on my hair. Like, I don't like that. So a couple of weeks later, my hair is still like a hot mess. Like, it's getting worse. More locks is falling out. Because at this point, I done had to take the style that I had in down because it was so itchy to the point, and I went and got like dry like shampoo or whatever to try to at least relieve my scalp. My hair is falling. I'm basically walking around with a turban. I wish I would have kept the picture I had to show you guys just how bad the lock extensions were at this point. But I don't keep ugly pictures of myself. So I probably done deleted it. If I do find it, I'll insert it. But I'm pretty sure it's deleted. The hair was just a mess. So by this time, my mother has locked her hair. And she was going back and forth to a small from where we're from, getting her locks done. And she was like, let the girl who do my hair come look at your hair, see what she could do. So my mom put us on FaceTime and had to do the pull off the shame to unwrap my turban for the lady to see what she was about to be working with. And the lady was looking like, oh my God. She's like, yeah, those are jacked. I can fix them. It's going to be this much, whatever. I'm like, okay, I don't care how much I got to pay at this point. I'm tired of wearing a turban. I'm tired of looking crazy. I can't wash my hair. And so the lady's like, what? I said, yeah, I can't wash my hair. I done had them in since June. And I was like, August or September. I want to say it was close to September because I remember the fire happened at my apartment. And I remember I'm caring about my hair, but not really caring about my hair because at this point I'm homeless. So, I mean, like, the fuck? And my car had fucked up on me in like 2 weeks' time. My car fucked up me, so now I'm homeless without a car. So, yeah, I'm going through it at this point. So, the lady was like, well, what you mean you can't wash your hair? And so I was like, well, the girl told me I couldn't wash my hair for 3 months, or my locks was going to fall out, even though they're falling out already, and I have not even, I got them wet before I could even really get them wet. They had fell out. So the lady was like, oh, no, ma'am. She said, we got to wash your hair. So when I got there, she goes in. She's went clean my scalp. When I tell you, I never realized the importance of washing your hair before until I could not wash my hair. It was such a relief. Just, you could feel the buildup and the dirt just being massaged out of your damn scalp. I was so freaking happy. Like, it was felt so much better just to get my hair washed. So much better. And so the lady goes in and she's redoing the locks that came out. And she was like, who did your locks? And how much did she charge you? So I told her, baby girl done had to refix everybody lost that this girl done did. No freaking lies. So when I told, because at first I didn't tell her who exactly it was. I just said, oh, it's a girl from here, this and that. And when she was talking, she's like, oh, I hope it ain't so-and-so, because I done had to redo everybody's hair that she done had. And, you know, I ain't want to put the girl out there like that, because at this point, you know, I was still really cool with the girl, even though I think you kind of fucked up for kind of ghosting me. And, you know, you slapped these locks in my head and you slapped them in wrong. But okay, I'm not going to say nothing. So it was probably like I was going every month to get my hair, you know, retightened, styled, and everything. Which, everything she told me about lock extension maintenance, the loctician. First of all, go to a loctician. When you pay to get this mess done, go to a loctician. Go to somebody who knows what they fucking doing. Because she told me, one, I should never have been told not to wash my hair. She said not washing your hair was basically the time period for them people to be like, oh, that's something you did. You done had them in for 3 months. So if they messed up, that's your problem. Which is no lie, because like I was telling you about the previous lady that I was going to go to, and 2 other people that I knew went to, by the time they washed their hair, one boy completely lost all his hair. And the other girl was like, hers had been slipping out and she had to go to somebody else and continue to get them put back in. So she was not lying on that part. You telling me not to wash my hair for 3 months so that you can basically get my money and run was definitely what the fuck you did. Then she was like, I should have never been trying to like have my hair pulled up in styles. I should have did like 2-strand twists and everything, because they do help the hair lock on there. But she was like, you're not being able to swim, you're not being able to wash your hair, you're not really being able to do what you want to do with your hair after you done had it. This was supposed to be a permanent style. This is supposed to be now mimicking your hair. So you not being able to do things that you would normally do with your hair was basically red flags to begin with. And if I would have knew that, I probably would not have went on with it, or at least picked a different stylist to get them done. Then what was some other problems? So you already see that some in the back are gone. And remember, my hair grew a lot from last year because my hair was just enough for us to grip. So it really was not a lot of hair. But now you see, this is where the back is at with my regular hair. And I have like pieces like this, where you see the definite difference from here to here. That's because the lock extension was not the same diameter of the hair that she was putting it on. So as the hair is growing, you're starting to see exactly where my hair starts and ends and where the lock extension begins. So half the time when I do have my lock extensions, which I keep them up in like some type of updo, or rarely have it down because of these little stringy ones. That one's not as bad. I have some that's like really, really skinny, like this one. Like this one definitely would probably need to be combined into another one. So that was that. They fall out. Only reason my hair is down right now is because I just washed it for the video, and they definitely will have to be redone, retightened. We slowly are starting letting them just fall out, and if it's in like the hair that they are on is long enough for her to still pin them into a style that I usually get, I'm fine with it. The only thing that I do enjoy about my lock extensions is the fact that I was able to dye them. I know I look a mess now, but I'm not dyeing my hair until I go see Beyonce, so I can have a nice fresh dye for her. But I did dye it a nice pink, fuchsia, reddish pink color. I did do that. So I was happy to know that they at least could dye, because I really thought I got gypped on that part too. I got gypped with a hairstyle and I just knew the locks was faulty. But luckily the locks that she constructed were good locks. It's just she did not do a good job putting them in my hair. So now that I'm at my 1 year point, I am going to start to cut these lock extensions down just because they are going to get heavy on my real hair, and I don't want my real hair to break. That's the whole point of lock extensions, is for my hair to have grown and I'll be able to style it. So I am going to cut it. It has definitely grown a lot since I first got it done. That's the back of my hair now. You see where it hit. It definitely was not that long when I first got them done. So my hair grew a lot. So we're going to cut them down as it goes along so that the weight of the lock extensions will not pull on my real hair. And eventually they're going to just come completely out. Once I feel like my hair is at a comfortable length, that way I can still style it. Because that's really what I want them for. But other than that, that's it. So guys, all I can say is when you get these things, it's a grip to get them done, but make sure you get them done. Make sure you go to somebody who's a certified loctician, and she knows what she's doing when it comes to putting locks in your hair. And I'm gonna tell you, half the time the lady that I go to, she does lock extensions, but when people come into her shop and decide that that's the route that they want to go, she really do kind of coerce them into getting just their real hair and locking it, because y'all, why it saved me from going through the ugly stage of locks? Not really, because what's more ugly than me can't even wash my hair, so it was stank and nasty. Your locks is falling. You can't even pull your hair up in a ponytail because you don't know if your lock gonna be on the floor when you're done. Embarrassing. Going to the damn place every day, every month to get your hair washed and styled, and you gotta put in 3-4 locks each time, to the point that now we're just like, okay, where's this lock at? Okay, we're just gonna leave it out. That's exactly where I'm at this point. Like, even today when I washed my hair, 2 locks came out. So yeah, it's just make sure you pay for what you want. Because you don't want to end up like me, having to wear a turban on your head after you don't spend your $500 to get your hair done and think you about to be cute, and you look a freaking hot mess. That's it. That's all. And until next time, guys. Bye.